10 years later, Karl Wernicke, a German neurologist, discovered another part of the brain. This one involved understanding language. People who had a lesion at this location could speak, but their speech was often incoherent and made no sense. Wernicke's observations have been confirmed many times, since neuroscientists now agree that running around the lateral sulcus, also known as the fissure of Sylvius, in the left hemisphere of the brain, there is a sort of neural lobe that is involved both in understanding and producing spoken language. At the other end, more specifically in the superior posterior temporal lobe, lies Wernicke's area, which is associated with the processing of words that we hear being spoken or language inputs. Broca's area and Wernicke's area are connected by a large bundle of nerve fibers that is called the arcuate fasciculus. The first model of the general organization of language function in the brain was proposed by American neurologist Norman Geschwind in the 1960s and 1970s. This connectionist model drew on the lesion studies done by Wernicke and his successors and is known as Geschwind-Wernicke model. According to this model, each of the various characteristics of language, for example, perceptions, comprehensions, and productions, is managed by a distinct functional module in the brain. According to this model, when you hear a word spoken, this auditory signal is processed first in your brain primary auditory cortex, which then sends it to the neighboring Wernicke's area. In contrast, when you read a word out loud, the information is perceived first by your visual cortex, which then transfer it to the angular gyrus, from which it is sent onto Wernicke's area. So whether you hear someone else speak a word or you read the word by yourself, it is the mental lexicon in Wernicke's area that recognizes this word and correctly interprets it according to the context. The Wernicke's areas located in cerebral cortex is the part of the brain that involved in understanding written and spoken language. Damage to this area results in receptive aphasia, that is also called Wernicke's aphasia. This type of aphasia manifests itself as a loss of comprehension. So, sometimes the patient can apparently still speak, but their language is nonsensical and incomprehensible.